So it's for forgiveness, it's one freedom process. In order to understand what forgiveness is, I think many people don't even take the first step
Because they
have the wrong understanding of what forgiveness is.
They think forgiveness is losing.
They think forgiveness is giving reason to the other. They think forgiveness is you accepting the pain and not have no right to love and be happy. So it's a misconception.
And this concept of obligation born.
And forgiving has nothing to do with what the other did. Forgive as you forget. Is you don't let what you do to you. Decide for your value. Decide for yours, for your ability to love and be happy. We give all the power in our lives, right? Our value. We give the power to make choices,
To think of others.
The greatest forgiveness is forgiveness of yourself.
With yourself.
It's when we really forgive you.
You leave detention.
You really go out of power. You take away the power that the opinion of others about what you are
Has some value.
You take that power from them, and you take back your personal power.
You can always choose. Think of another way.
Nor you can always choose
Is to be in touch with your being.
with your superior being.
With your essence.
And your essence is light. So it's for forgiveness. It's a process of freedom. What do you do with you?
You with yourself. In first places.
Is to accept that we are not born perfect anymore, and that no one is demanding this perfection from us.
And
we think that society,
The people around.
it's all they're perfect.
Only we who are wrong. To people.
Always feels you are a debtor,
And trying to justify life to society.
So it's also a question of self-esteem.
Learn self-esteem. Of the pillars of self-esteem is to live with integrity. In living integrity with yourself.
And know that you are primarily responsible for your thoughts and your emotions. And if you allow to follow, is your way towards your self-discovery. And no longer give all that,
Your life in the hands of others.
okay, so forgive.
It's me.
I have so
Various forgiveness proceedings.
that I teach in my classes.
It's mainly in forgiveness class.
One of them is the Roponopono. Okay, so we talk a lot about Roponopono. I have even as a Russian Roponopono,
Which is something like this. Deep where we
clean up love plagues,
curses.
satanic rituals, and everything
That we may have translated into
other lives and all that we bring.
to the surface that it may, through
Being
consciousness.
released is. But there you are, talking to your sub. Or are you talking to your lower unconscious, right?
That Ollie. When you speak, I feel so sorry.
I
Thank
love
you.
you and I forgive you.
You're talking. You're not talking to you.
Conscience.
You're talking to your
To the familiar unconscious. You're talking to the pro.
For the collective unconscious, you are talking to your
With your past lives. And this goes cleaning up, right? Goes cleaning because he does like one bay pass is like him.
That's how we talk. He jumps to
The barrier of our conscience. Because our conscious with the lower conscious, that blocks all processes.
then
When you are automatically speaking as a mantra,
Theft
right on the pono,
and even more you
can understand the philosophy behind it.
That's not only I'm sorry, I love. I forgive and thank is.
I feel sorry for all the things
My family did, this life or other lives.
from the beginning of time until today,
in
words
thoughts or actions.
who have collaborated with this situation. So you is teaching that lower conscious of yours
to see things in a different way.
and releasing systemic movements too,
Of course,
right?
family. Of course, you release it and and the
People also study in the field of psychogenealogy, which is the psychological study of the family.
there when we work on where it is. There are several situations that happens at the family level that we only live in.
And we don't understand every message and all the karma that is being manifest, there to be transmuted it is. So examples like your position in the family. It is very different to be born as an older brother. How to be born as a younger brother. It's very different is you are being one legitimate child or not. Or legitimate to have been abandoned,
nor the deaths.
The deaths that are repeated in the repeated type of death, type of disease that recurs in the family, type of accidents that happen, dramas, right?
Dates is their dates. Many very common things.
One very important person dies in the family.
At the same time, one child being born, right?
So it's being able to understand all these messages.
These cycles that happen as
a message from our soul to enlightenment.
So we
all Crips is from
family memories. It's these familiar secrets that come to light through of several phenomena, nor one of them is, for example,
autistic children. And we have many autistic children nowadays.
In Africa, in certain regions, it is characteristic of Africa.
They consider autistic children as the
voices that come from the past,
because they live the familiar unconscious. So their consciousness is the familiar unconscious.
And their unconscious is our normal consciousness.
That's why we can't communicate. No, but I worked with autistic children.
Right at a school.
At a Waldorf school in Germany, and I focused on my superior being, and I spoke with being the child's superior, and I met one wisdom,
one self-denial of
manifesting nor reincarnating in that way.
Because it transforms the life of an entire family, right? Break all stereotypes that people that we have of life,
where the person has to be born this way.
You have to live this way. It has to be
an
like
autistic
this.
Child is. She breaks completely because she doesn't give choice.
As a family, right?
Of staying there, fighting with that child so that
for her to study, for her to be successful,
for her to do this, for her to do that. This child simply cannot be demanded. It turns a whole look right. Of the family is one child.
When she comes like this,
50% of parents separate first, right? Because it's one tap for autoimage.
Of the person, it's a huge boat. So all these situations that happen within a family, they come to break these patterns that
it's family and social that we've been carrying since
the beginning for a long time.
Because all these patterns,
they're social, right? Where is a firstborn? D is woman's paper. Son's role. Ni all these things.
They are is one of
rules that were imposed back there that have been solidifying
to limit me.
Oh, love.
To limit this flow of love within the family and within society.